That thing's on. Are we recording there? Are you ready? That's his trademark, and my trademark is welcome back to the Fully Lacking Podcast, episode 39, where a couple ADHD dudes and their producer try to get through life. I am your host, Drew. This is your other host, Anthony, and behind the camera, behind the boards, the third leg to the tripod, we'd be nothing without our producer, Lisa. We are your Fully Lacking team. And before we get into it, this is episode 39. You know what I'm going to say? I need 39 of you guys to go follow us on all social media platforms right now. Don't worry, we'll wait. Do you think they actually do it?
Our subscribers have gone up like once, so maybe.
Only one.
Just one.
All right, and we're back. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We are at Fully Lacking on all social media platforms. That's the TikTok. It's back, by the way. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for sure. Anthony will get into it by the end of the show, but go follow us. Producer Lisa, start us off. Give us something good. Give us something strong. Give us something to talk about.
I think I know your answer to this question, but we have chosen our career paths. And if we could go back and choose a different one, what would it be?
Dang, that's a good question. What the heck? I don't know.
I have an answer.
Okay, let's hear it.
Old coworker told me that I have the mind of an engineer. And I could be making so much more money than a therapist if I was an engineer of some sorts.
Are you good at math?
No.
Oof. That's a big roadblock for you.
But I think I wasn't good at math because ADHD, I didn't try. I got bored with it. It felt too hard. So I copied my way through high school. I think what made math hard was just not trying, finding it bored or finding it boring, not dedicating the time to like learning and practicing it. And that's why I didn't really excel in it.
Huh. That's ironic because Excel is a form of like computer software that does math equations for you.
I don't know if that's okay. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Different Excels, ACCEL is the one you were talking about?
What?
Excel. How do you spell Excel?
I don't know.
Did I spell that?
I really don't know
What
if you're
did I
being
just
serious
spell?
sometimes. And I know you're saying I'm arrogant, and I'm like, is this
I just said
is
that
he riffing right now?
What is Excel? How do you spell Excel? Like to accelerate.
Go ahead, Lisa.
It's ACCEL.
Thank you. And then Excel, the program is EXCEL. So I said it's a different kind of Excel. You were talking about ACCEL, and you said, is he riffing? Is he illiterate? I know it. Come on, dude.
I didn't say is he illiterate.
I know. I read that from your lips.
Yeah, you're right, though.
Play it back in slow motion, you'll see. So you'd be an engineer. You'd be a good engineer. Little cutie pie engineer. All sick.
It would fit. My awkwardness would fit right in with all those engineers.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be a blessing. I wouldn't be called a weirdo there. I can see it now. I might even be considered socially excelling amongst engineers. You know what I mean?
Now.
Compared to engineers, I think I got it on them.
But if you're in a group of engineers, you guys are just all weirdos.
Exactly. So it's normalized. There's no weirdos in that
group
category.
of weirdos.
Right?
You're not a weirdo, dude. You're just weird. It's different. I think that if I could go back in time, I would probably definitely probably definitely is redundant.
No, it's contradictory.
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Sick. I'm learning so many new things from you. Oh, you're so smart, Anthony. You are. He is. Why are you looking at me like that? He's a smart guy.
Lisa, did it come off a little bit sarcastic to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was just me, but continue, Drew.
I'm sorry. I will rearrange the way I praise you from now on, sir. I would definitely take school more serious because I think that, I don't know, I kind of want to be like you're going to laugh, but like a lawyer. I think I want to be a lawyer. I think I'd be good at it too. Imagine if I was educated with this mouthpiece. Whew. Oh, buddy. What? Was that a chopping moment you just thought of?
I mean...
Chop it, chop. I love when you do that. That's like my favorite thing that he does. What?
I think about your people-pleasing tendencies, and I think about how you'd play off in court, and the you know, like the person on the stand is like, oh, and you're like, I think you made a point there. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to drop the case.
I don't. I think if I was more educated, I would realize how stupid I was for pleasing everybody and thinking I could. What about you, producer Lisa? What do you think you would do?
I don't know, maybe a lawyer, but also maybe like a pilot or like a flight attendant. And
Pilot would be tough.
just like travel the world.
That would be cool. You couldn't be with me though, because they're home like 2 days a month.
No, that's not true. I follow a pilot on TikTok. And
pilot?
Yeah.
Hey.
And she flies from like Seattle to Orlando, and like on her overnights, like she'll just go to Disney the next day and then just go back home and gets paid for it.
You heard it first. Producer Lisa wants to be a Disney pilot.
You'd also have to wish for better eyesight because they don't allow.
Yeah, you couldn't get on with those binoculars, dude. They'd
Yes, I could.
immediately send you back.
I could see everybody down on the ground.
Well, that's the first thing. The pilots don't look out the windows. I learned that.
The floors aren't made of glass.
No, what I'm saying is like they don't. This is like I think a lot less used than their instruments.
We learned that in church.
Yeah, pilots really go off their instruments. I mean, obviously they look like, but it's their instruments on the dash. Is that crazy? Smart guy. Bet you know that about aeronautics or whatever it's called. What is it? What is it called?
We'll move on. So lawyers.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, so lawyers or lawyer pilot, and you wanted to be a nerd. That makes a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were doing this, Dave. I was like, what? We really need to get a camera on producer Lisa. In the comments, if you want a camera on producer Lisa, just comment it once and we'll get her a camera. Also, in the comments, put what you may or may not have wanted to be. Do the may not have first, because that'll be really funny to read. But yeah, answer the question for us.
It's a good question. What could you absolutely not be?
Male stripper. No, there's a market for big dudes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of handsome too, so let me take that back. I absolutely could not be trapeze artist. That'd be a tough racket. That would be a tough racket. That would be so tough.
I want to make jokes, but I got in trouble the last time, so I'm going to keep those jokes to myself.
Can we make this clear? If we want to dive into it, Anthony, we can, because you look ridiculous.
Let's put a pin in it. We'll put a pin in it so we can answer the question of what we cannot be. You all right there?
Yeah. Trapeze artist for me. Go ahead.
I mean, any kind of salesman. Really. Any kind of salesman. I don't know. You've courted women into, hanging out with you. That's a pretty big selling. Are you saying that I have to sell? That's a hard one to sell?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No. Well, hold on.
Whoa. No, too late. You doubled down on that one.
That's not what I meant. What I meant is like, you clearly could sell yourself.
But I can't sell HVAC, which I tried for a month.
You tried to sell HVAC?
I was in Sears, and they had people who would walk around and they'd sell HVAC to you like cold calling, you know?
Let's practice right now.
But I can't.
Let's practice.
See, I didn't even know anything about HVAC, and I still don't. I didn't. Hey, are you interested in heating and air conditioning?
Oh my God. I'm like, whose man's is this? I'm like, am I on a prank show?
Is that a no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I sold nothing in a month, and I told my supervisor, I was like, I don't think I'm meant for this. I'm gonna go back to pushing carts.
You push carts?
Yeah.
At Sears?
No.
Oh,
no.
Like they have carts at Sears?
Walmart. Push carts at Walmart.
Oh, you're a cart pusher?
Yeah.
Lisa was too. Producer Lisa was a cart pusher?
Yeah, at Albertsons.
Hey.
She knows the life.
She's a little bougier than you.
Yeah, I know.
Walmart was a grind.
Indeed.
I worked at Walmart too, a neighborhood market, but it was in Oklahoma.
You're bougie.
I was a cashier.
Really?
Yeah, the fastest one in the Southwest. Dude, I was doing, you should have seen, one day, me and my friend Reality, we called him Real. It's so real. A lot of different names. He's a rapper. We were like trying to see how many items per minute. Dude, I was at like 80 some items per minute. Like I was just like.
How were the people's eggs though?
Oh, no. I was gentle.
The bread?
Yeah, I was good. That was a fun job. Like I remember we would just kind of mess around, and I learned something from that job that I would like to go down a rabbit hole with. I thought I'd gotten food poisoning. I actually just wanted to leave early because I didn't want to be at work. My boss came out and he's like, Drew, when did you eat lunch? I was like, shh, like 20 minutes ago, boss, and I'm hurting. Like, that's not how food poisoning works. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you know how long it takes to hit your stomach and for you to realize you have food poisoning? I was like, what? He's like, I'll see you in a couple hours. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I learned that now. If there's any doctors that watch, which there probably isn't, tell us if that's true. If that's how long it takes food poisoning to hit. Because he didn't let me go home.
Lisa.
What could you absolutely not do? I'm a trapeze artist. He's a salesman. You would be?
Probably a librarian. That sounds so boring.
You put some respect on the librarian community, dude.
No, I think they're fine. It's just I could never do it.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think my aunt is a librarian, so sorry about that.
I could 100% tell you she's not watching.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good. My aunt may be, though.
Yeah.
My aunt was a TA for special needs kids.
Nice.
Yeah. She was nice. She did sign language. She does. To people who don't realize that she's doing it, it looks like gang signs.
While we're on the topic of special needs, maybe we should go back to the thing we put a pin in, right? Because I think it's been boiling away in our friendship for a couple of days now. I think we just got to settle this here and now for the people.
Okay, cool.
Or where would we like to start?
I don't know. You're the one that started it.
Okay. So we're hanging out, cooling in the living room of your place, right? And I was feeling in a silly mood. And I was like, I like setting my son up to do pranks on you, usually involving like something to kind of surprise you, usually with arms or hands. So I was like, hey, my head, I was like, I'm going to ask him to go pull on Drew, but I need something funny and silly to come with it. And yes, I get the connotations it has. And yes, I did find some humor in that. But my intentions...
Tell them what you did.
Well...
You're like explaining it from a accused, innocent person. You are guilty. Tell the people what you did.
So I asked my son...
8-year-old son.
To go pull... My son, Euphrates, to go pull on Drew's arm because jelly beans will come out.
Of where?
I didn't give any location. I just said jelly beans will come out. I didn't go that specific. My son said, no, they won't. I'm not going to do that. And so then I started laughing. And then y'all asked me, why am I laughing so much? And then I said it, and I got a very serious response. And I felt pretty awkward and guilty for a while. And here we are.
He says, okay, all right. So he told his 8-year-old son to do this. I knew his 8-year-old son didn't understand what he was even saying. I did. And I was just trying to figure out. He was like it was like not, I was just sitting there. I was literally sitting on the couch. I was doing nothing. And you're like, you know what? Let's do this to Drew. Hey, kid, come over here. Go twist that man's arms. Jelly beans will come out of him. What do you mean? That was mean. And you called me today being Tuesday, and you said, hey man, I was really thinking about this. And I just don't know, because at times on the podcast, there's a lot of X, Y, and Z jokes, and I don't get hurt about that. And I said, this is my argument. Well, we're on the podcast. I'm just trying to entertain. If I was just at your house and all of a sudden I was like, hey, pull on his ears, and
Skittles will come out.
You would have been like, what the fuck? I'm just sitting on my couch. That was my only point. Was I actually deeply hurt? Deeply is a new one for me, by the way. Was I actually deeply hurt? Nah. Did it bother me? Yeah, a little bit. You're my best friend. That's like my biggest insecurity. When we're joking, it's different. When I'm just sitting there, it's a little harder to take in.
How do roast sessions outside of the pod start? Is it planned? Do we say, hey, we're going to roast each other? Or does it just start with a random joke?
Something happens. No. Something happens. We're not just sitting there and you're like, hey, fat fuck, let me see the jelly beans. That's never happened. This situation, it was like you were mad at me or something. And you're like, let's pick on them.
I was just in a silly mood. Yeah. I had no malicious intent.
I don't think you like fat people.
Yeah, I don't. really think about them too much.
I know, because we're less than.
Stupid. That's stupid.
That was good though. It was a reach, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think. What are you trying to say right now? Are you trying to justify your actions because of how we are on the pod?
I just think that
Or are you trying to
boundaries
say
can get a
we've
little blurry sometimes.
You're trying to say we've created an environment of us giving each other shit, so I can't be hurt.
I think it's partially the latter, but that doesn't mean that the environment's right, and I can scale that back or whatever if we need to. But the boundaries, anything ADHD-ish, is the boundaries get blurry.
They
get too far.
What
sometimes.
was wrong? Was I just beaten up that day, or what was going on?
I don't remember.
Was I actually hurt though?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you saw it too?
I saw it on your face. And then I saw Lisa's reaction to your face, and I was like, oh, shit. I'm in trouble. I fucked up.
You're getting kicked out of the throuple.
Yeah.
My bad for being so... I don't know.
You don't have to apologize for your feelings.
I think... Well... What? Why are you...
You don't have to apologize for your feelings.
Yeah.
Ever?
You had an emotional response to that. That's okay. I'll adjust or keep it in mind. And then we move forward.
But I don't have to apologize for my feelings?
Now that you insist, go ahead.
I'm not apologizing for my feelings. However, I am apologizing for not making it known that I wasn't in the space to receive that energy. Hey, that's pretty
fair.
good. That's pretty good. I've been overwhelmed. I'll be okay. But I've been overwhelmed. That's all it is.
So next question, since we're in a better place with it, right? Is what's the expiration window on these feelings? Like how long until we like kind of get over it,
I'm over it.
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah, I just think that it's the first time you've actually kind of like chinked my armor a little bit.
Gotcha.
So I also think you know that because you've hit me with some stunners before and it's never been this. And so I don't know.
And I'm surprised that's the one, That was really not my most malicious thing I've said to you.
Yeah, definitely. This is like probably one of the nicest things you said. What are you doing? I'm not going to hold it forever. I mean, every now and then I might reference it. At the wedding, I might reference it.
And
when I go to shake your hand when you walk up, I'm going to like have jelly beans like come out of my
that'd be pretty
suit
funny.
Jacket.
As long as whenever you put your hand out, you don't slap me. Oh, yeah. There's that incident, huh?
That was one time and it was based off a joke.
Yep. I'm sure that
And we were
was based off
telling
a joke
jokes.
in a movie where there's actors who are prepared for it. Hey, let's do it like in real life.
Would you have let me do it if
No.
we were prepared for it?
No.
Exactly. Wait, are those files dead?
Yeah.
Wait, you deleted it completely?
They're super old. I don't keep a lot of old episodes.
That would have been such a good clip because you were so mad. It could have been like when podcasting goes wrong.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on there.
Oh, that would have been sick. We could have burned your face out.
But we're good. And I know we're also somewhat petty, begrudgeful people when it comes to certain things.
You brought up the slap for a long time after it happened. I mean, you kept bringing it up.
I think it was pretty fair.
Yeah. It was.
See, you haven't.
Yeah, it
No, your face tells me you still because you were laughing about it just like I was after like when apologizing. You're like, really? Like, was it? So it's fine. I've been in your shoes. You've been in my shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did slap the dog shit out of that joke.
And we move forward.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You were mad. But we talked about it. That's the one thing about us. I feel like I'm very proud of that fact. Like if there's something that's weird, we'll talk about it. We've always done that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's how Lisa treats you. Why are you making that face?
What did I do?
Oh, wait.
Oh, we don't want to open that can of worms.
Yeah,
here, do
we're
we?
okay.
Okay. Save it for another
That's a
episode.
king-size can of Alaskan worms. We're okay. Alaskan worms. It just implies it's big, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a big state.
Why does Alaskan something imply it's huge?
It's a big state. I think it's the biggest state.
Alaskan...
It's bigger than Texas.
Lobster? No, Alaskan
Snow crab?
snow crab. Hot take, right off the presses, not a big fan of seafood broils. I'm going to say it.
That's a little wild.
I'm just going to say it. Am I a big fan of them? Let's see if you remember why I'm not.
Because they're expensive.
Cap. I've spent so much money on dumb shit. I bought a
'Cause they're-
TV once. And I spent money on overnight shipping.
I got a quick question. Throwable related. Is footsies in the contract?
Oh, you guys playing footsie?
Just for a little bit, but then I was like, I don't know if it's in the contract or not.
No, it's okay.
All right.
I've spent money on stupid shit. I overnighted that 50-inch TV, and the shipping costed more than the TV, which was crazy.
So what's your hang up with
He doesn't.
seafood broils?
It's messy.
And I also don't like to like hunt for my food that's served to me. It's like,
Hunt?
but you gotta like crack everything open and like, I don't know. It's just, and then you have the gloves and everything feels all slimy.
Well, just go with the seafood roll. It doesn't require a lot of cracking. I mean, wings are messy. I enjoy the savagery of eating wings.
Yeah.
And just it's different. That's a manly moment, right? You just feel like a man eating that. It's like a caveman picking apart like pterodactyl meat, you know?
He's being a cochino.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of meat he's talking about.
It's a joke. Eating like Fred Flintstone with those giant bones in the back of his car, you know? And I was thinking about like certain moments that define a feeling of manliness throughout our life, right? I wanted to see with you, and I don't know what it might be for like Lisa with like womanly moments.
She has some manly moments.
Okay, fair enough. But off the top, what's a manly moment you've had in your life that really just felt like, oh, this is it emasculating or masculating? I don't know what word that would be. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
So basically just gave you like that pump of testosterone.
Yeah.
Any jar needing to be opened is a big deal. It's a big win. I hung a shelf. Like,
that's right. That's pretty recently too.
Yeah. Like it was also on, like you'd asked me, but I just did it. Remember I came home and did it that day?
You just said, I'm feeling very manly today. Is there anything you need?
Is that a random burst of testosterone at Home Depot?
Yeah.
So let me go and get this 2x4 and some brackets.
I did build a desk. I built 2 desks once because she needed a desk and I wanted a desk. I built them. They were fucking way off marginally though. I mean, they were huge. Those fucking desks could have been dining room tables. Like they were massive. But I built those. I had a pretty big manly moment when I worked on your car.
Yeah.
That felt really good because you're like, hey, I need your help. And I was like, cool. I also feel like you looked at me like, wow, he kind of knows what he's fucking doing.
Yeah.
That was cool, honestly. And then probably anytime the little boy, my son, says something like, how do you do this, Dad? Or
being able to drop some gems.
I love that. Those are big moments for me. What about you?
I think mowing a yard in the backyard of a home that I owned.
What are the shoes you're wearing? That's a good one.
Messed up Tim's.
Oh shit, Timberland boots?
I think I told y'all a story off air about how I went through the mall and the shoe cleaning people messed up my Tim's.
Yeah.
And I hate them forever.
Wait, what did they say? They didn't
own up to it. But it messed up. It whined them. It like bleached them. And that was the first time I had them.
Dude, I would have lost my mind. I would have gone back. I'd be like, look what your shit did to my boots. I need new boots. I wouldn't have left.
You know, I think what they told me was it'll go away.
Yeah,
I was in Albuquerque, so I don't have easy access to them down here, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty frustrating. But I use Tim's and some like athletic shorts,
like
you know?
Super short jean shorts.
Some
like
jorts,
a flannel shirt,
cut off
tie
jorts.
up like this.
What are we doing here?
That's just my outfit.
What are we doing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
What? You know what I cut the lawn in, dog?
I think putting together the lawnmower even felt like a manly moment. You know?
When you bought it?
Yeah, and just assembling it. Just it gets assembly, right?
Oh,
just being able to feel little rush.
I'm there.
Little rush of tea, you know?
I'm there. When I helped you with your TV, that was a great moment for us.
Yeah.
That was a great moment. That was good. I also like when I'm driving a group around.
Being relied on for everyone's safety.
Oh, it's a big
deal. The protector.
Yeah.
Think about like some of the stereotypical like man roles, like protector or provider, even though they're kind of old fashioned, still give a little reassurance of manlyhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't think I told you this, and I really wanted to tell y'all this story. So, whenever I was dropping off Euphrates for a sleepover on Saturday, we were picking up some pizza from Little Caesars, and it's a pretty, nice environment. But then suddenly, as we were sitting down, these 2 guys came in, and they were mad at each other over something in the parking lot, and they got pretty heated. And I was able to bring Euphrates close to me as a protector, But these guys were really getting into it until it escalated to someone saying like "F you," and then the other guy kind of deaded it. But it was really intense for a couple minutes.
Do you remember when that happened at the place in Albuquerque that we used to go, our go-to lunch spot?
Oh, yeah. That happened at Kamikaze Kitchen. What did I do?
Well, I don't know. You tell the story. I'm bad at it.
I really don't remember.
You don't remember?
I kind of remember that the guy threw the food
Yeah, so we were
at the owner.
Yeah, we were eating and we were at the table over here by the door and they were like kind of across from us and he went up and he asked the owner for a refund.
Again.
Yeah, so initially the guy was like, cool, like I'll give you a refund. Then he went up and asked for another refund.
Basically because they had ordered too much food. And so he wanted a refund. So he gave him a refund for an appetizer. Then he took back one of the main courses. He's like, hey, we didn't eat this either. Can we get a refund?
That's wild.
And the owner was like, I'm sorry, brother. I refunded the appetizer. I can't refund this. And then he like threw the food at the owner.
That level of entitlement.
Yeah. And
then
I knew the owner.
Yeah.
I know the people.
We would go there like at least at least once a week. But then they clogged the toilet in the bathroom. They threw the juice like all the way down the hall. But when the interaction happened between the owner and the guy, like you stood up and Elijah and I were behind you.
I mean, it is called Kamikaze Kitchen.
No, that spot was fire. I have a really bad habit of running towards the danger. So people that are with me are safe. Because I'm like, I'm going to take it. Like I remember when we were at an apartment in Albuquerque, there was a huge shooting in the parking lot, like right outside our windows, to the point that our windows were like it was. And I fucking ran out there because I don't know why. I just like ran out there and I went like looking and there was so many shell casings. I remember that, but we couldn't find the guy. Like I didn't know. Later on that night, I almost killed somebody though. That was all the same night. That's crazy. I literally, and all my friends were like, you should have just killed him. Some dude tried to break into our house from the shooting. But I knew that I couldn't shoot through a barrier. If I shot him through the glass door where he was trying to break into, I could have potentially gone to jail. I could have been the one who pressed the violence, you know what I mean? So I had to wait for him to break into the house. That was a crazy night. Calypso remembers it, kind of. And it was crazy because Lisa was on the phone with the cops. And I basically was like, they need to get here now or else they're going to be cleaning this dude up. Because I didn't know what else to do. I had him at point blank. Like, if the second he came in, he would have been shot. Like, it wouldn't have been a struggle or anything. That was a wild night. And did you feel safe or were you terrified?
I trusted you. I just wanted to get out of there after that happened for sure.
And we did. They tried to charge us to break the lease and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, let's be 1,000. I literally almost killed somebody because your guys' failure to secure this place. I'm not paying shit. And we didn't. We didn't pay anything. We got our deposit back and everything. Yeah. And then we got it paid back because the next property we left, we lost everything and plus $1,200 on. I hated that place. Ugh, not the place. I love the house. Hated that rental company. Tyson Properties. There's moments like that like give you like that. I'm the protector. And it's not to say that women can't be the protector. Like, there has to be moments that you felt like a badass. Like, there has to be.
Like a badass mom.
Yeah.
Or badass woman, you know?
What about when Calypso was, like, dying on life support? Didn't you feel like a super mom because you were juggling everything?
No.
Oh, fuck.
That was a pretty good example.
I thought so.
You think so?
But I think maybe looking back at it now, yeah, I'm proud of myself for how I handled it. But in the moment, no.
I mean, you do have a lot of. I've seen you with a lot of like protective motherly instincts, you know.
Yeah, that could be because he almost died, you know.
Yeah, but
sure.
I mean, still, you know, some people don't develop that after those kind of situations, and you did.
Lisa's like the best mom. Like it frustrates me because I do feel like she creates a space that where I'm from in my life that I lived could be damaging. But I have to remind myself that he's not living that same life. So it's okay to maybe not be as like hard-bodied or as, you know what I mean? Like fight through the pain. Like, you're okay. You know, right? Is that fair? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think so, but I also came from that, so.
Oh.
She was at those shootouts with you at Alto Park?
No, not that.
Bonnie and Clyde?
I just mean
Mickey and Mallory?
Who's that?
It's people who like do criminal duos.
Yeah, I don't know who Mickey and Mallory are.
It's from a movie. It's all right.
Billy and the Kid.
What were you saying, Lisa?
Was that funny? No one got that? No one liked it?
I was,
All right.
No, I'm not saying like the streets, but I'm just saying like I'm just saying like
we were waiting for that, right?
I
was part of that life too.
no.
Alto Park, what's up from Lisa?
Park, baby. What's up?
I just think like my dad was very hard on me too.
Yeah, see, I just didn't have parents.
You did have parents.
I did have parents. Yeah. I can understand what you're saying. Your dad was hard on you. He demanded a certain level of like, out of you. Do you think he demanded the same thing out of your little sister? He probably did.
I think he did.
I think your mom's the one that went soft. Because I think that she was I think she was tough on both you guys until your sister had the stuff with her freaking thyroid and then it changed up. But we've never had a kid that had something like that.
Well,
like we've never had two kids.
Right.
So I think that you've learned to give a little grace and understanding. I do think that you were a superhero in that moment when our kid was dying. I really do. I think that you did an incredible job being a support system for him and for me. I don't think I've ever told you that.
No, you haven't. Thanks.
You did amazing. There was times that I was not okay and you didn't see it, but I knew that I was scared to add to your plate. Like, I mean it. Like, there was so many times. I spent a lot of time on that fucking parking lot roof. Because that's the only place I could, like, cry. Because I didn't want to freak you out. I was just scared that our kid was going to die. You know what I mean?
I didn't have that thought once.
I did. That's what sucked. Is I don't know why either. Like, I was hopeful for him to survive. But for some reason, something was telling me, like, I don't know if he's going to leave with us. It scared me. So I got mad because I couldn't see the other side of it. I'd have to, like, call people. And, like, the first person I called was, like, Aunt Barbara. And then it so happened that my friend Javi called me. And he's like, oh, that's the same hospital that we lost our son at. So be careful. And I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
it's not the news you need.
No, it was just like, dang, that's crazy. But you were so solid. You were so strong. That was crazy. You really were. You were incredible. I never said that to you.
No, thanks.
I'm sorry.
For what?
For never telling you that. You deserved it. You were amazing. He had no idea either. He's all fucking, you know what I mean?
For real?
He was cooked, bro. He was, Calypso was like, you know what I mean?
They had his wrists tied to the bed.
Wait, what?
They did. Because he would grab the tube.
Talked about superheroes, right?
Her.
And her superhero abilities.
Yeah.
You watched Captain Planet growing up?
Nope.
No?
No.
Not at all.
Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Lisa? Captain Planet?
No.
For real?
It seems like something Calypso would watch, though.
It seems like something Anthony would watch as a kid.
So is this weird looking dude,
Yep.
like blue skin or green skin, whatever. I guess like he didn't have like normal hue color skin and like different colored hair. It as a superhero he looked rather weird, but he rounded up a bunch of tree lovers, and with their powers combined, they would go and save the planet from. It was a very like environmental friendly superhero. And I bring all of this up because there's the fires in California in LA, pretty serious stuff, and I haven't really known much about him. But there was this article about this new person who's being sought that the FBI is putting out the information on again from like 20 years ago. And what I learned from that is she's connected to eco-terrorism. And these are people who are taking like Captain Planet stuff like way too far, because they literally burn down car dealerships, like Hummer dealerships. They burn down giant houses that are being built. They destroy like oil rigs. They cause millions of dollars worth of damage.
B. Oil B. Anyways, yeah.
Called the Earth Liberation Front, ELF. And so there's people like in kind of like cells around the United States who are just destroying
That's crazy.
that kind of stuff. And
what's the fires in LA though? Like
the connection to the fires in LA, thanks, because there was a couple pretending to be firefighters. I don't really know the background of that, but they're tied to this organization. And this lady is supposed to be in that area. So they're like, hey, she's probably around here still somewhere if these people are out acting a fool.
Yeah, but I don't think they realize it. Like there's something me and Lisa were looking at. Remember I showed you it the other night? And the way that the fires demolished is almost the exact space they needed for a site for like a new form of transportation. To the T. Like where they wanted to put this new form of transportation for LA is where the fires demolished.
You're saying it's a controlled fire, possibly?
I don't know. But like it's crazy because if those people thinking that they're starting these fires to do good, not realizing they're creating the space to build more.
I thought you were saying that for sure you have solid information that the government was burning that down to create the space for the transportation.
Whoa, what the fuck is going on?
I agree. Like you seem to be pretty confident on these things.
I didn't say that at all.
You heard it here first, people.
I didn't say that.
Drew says he has some insider information, some government conspiracies going on in California. Tell him more about it, Drew. The floor is yours. What do you know? Who'd you talk to?
Daddy Trump.
Daddy Trump. Dang. I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Which is back, by the way. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You don't really... Well, yeah, you scroll to TikTok. You scrolled on our Fully Lacking profile.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you need to fix that algorithm because sometimes I'm on it and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. So I watched a ton of when women holler pickup lines at men. I don't know if you've seen that line of videos. But these women drive around in the car and just holler out like, corny pickup lines at dudes just for their reaction. I watch a lot of those women trying to pick up men with pickup line videos. And these three like wild women are kind of like really like making funny noises and saying these. It's really funny. I watched like 40 of those videos on her TikTok account. And lately I've also been watching the taxi driver in LA or in Las Vegas. He raps along to like a lot of songs. I don't know if you've seen that. Nah.
Can we talk about how legendary corny Harry Mack is?
Is that the freestyler guy?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like those.
He's so corny to me. I commented on one of his videos finally.
All hating?
No, literally, I'd never do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this is just I was like, there's nothing I can do to make this not legendary corny. I was like, your flow is so dope, but it's so covered up by how corny this is.
Yeah.
Because I was like, clearly this dude's pre-written the majority of these freestyles and then obviously rhymed the simplest bars with these words you guys are giving him. I got fucking attacked, bro, in that comment section.
Bro, he has millions of views and millions of fans.
Bro, I never really, I started using Threads because it's kind of fun. And that's where I said it. And it wasn't from a place of hate. It was like, no, I mean it. Like, I don't hate Harry Mack. I don't give a fuck about that guy, right? But it's like, I've seen his videos for years. He's been around forever. And I'm like, oh, this is still so corny because he's actually a good rapper.
Well, whenever you're commenting legendary corny on something, is that exactly coming from a place of love? Yeah, you're coming from a place of hate.
Maybe I'm just annoyed.
That's some hater ass energy.
I don't care.
No, you do. People who dedicate comments and energy to comments and care.
I don't care if I'm coming off as if I look like a hater.
Gotcha.
I know that I wasn't like, oh, I'm so mad at this guy.
Okay.
I was just like, bro, do something else. Like, you're clearly a good rapper. Do something else.
But he's getting millions of views and probably got lots of money on sponsorships. Like, he's banking it off that. And I don't necessarily I'm sure he's a great freestyler and stuff, but I think sometimes it's a really watered down art.
It is.
So, yeah.
So sorry for speaking for nobody but me.
Did y'all suffer through the TikTok blackout?
Nah, not at all.
Lisa did.
Producer Lisa probably did.
I for sure did because we got home and I was like, it was 8:00 and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna snuggle up. I have a few more hours to scroll TikTok.
Call of Duty to run through. Yeah.
And then I opened it and it was like, sorry.
Yeah, but then the next 4 hours it was like President Trump has and I was like, I even was like, is this just the cruel ploy. You know what I mean? It's like to try to put Trump in good graces of people.
It's a fair point.
You never know what to trust in the media these days. We talked about this before the podcast. I never know. I never know anything. Yeah, clearly I don't know enough about anything to speak on anything. No one should let me vote. Anthony said that before the pod. Now he doesn't have a lot to say because we're on camera and he doesn't want you guys to see how he treats me.
We thought we had enlightened you with the previous conversation before voting occurred, but apparently that didn't rattle your head around enough.
Yeah, I don't know if we had talked about the specifics that may be happening now or may not be.
Yeah.
No, we really didn't talk about what we just talked about earlier. We didn't talk about for sure. Other stuff we did. That specifically we did not. Promise. I was okay with the TikTok thing. I was like, oh shoot, closed it. Like I was like, all right, whatever. I watch Reels and I watch like Instagram stuff, so I don't. It is what it is. You got rid of YouTube, I would not be well. I don't like watch cable TV and stuff. Like I watch YouTube stuff. Is that weird?
No, it's pretty common. I think for our age range, it's pretty common. But you know what else is available to watch on YouTube for us and for all people?
I don't know.
You can take a few guesses.
The math guy with the bouncing ball.
I don't know what the hell that is. Next.
Underwater basket weaving tutorials.
Possibly. I think we're getting closer. One more guess.
Fully Lacking podcast.
No, one more guess. Oh, no, you're right. It was that.
Oh, God. I was like, what?
Okay.
We're not there anymore?
Yeah.
You can find us on YouTube?
Yeah.
If you, how do you find us? What do you have to do?
You can just search Fully Lacking.
Oh, cool.
Podcast, I believe. Hopefully it comes up first. I don't know.
And then what else?
Instagram.
Okay.
TikTok. Facebook. Okay. All right.
All right.
And of course the bell.
Ding dong.
The bell. Comment.
Like and subscribe, baby.
Share. Hate.
Share and hate.
You can pull a Drew and Harry Mack on us.
Dude, the comments on our reels, on our shorts are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That guy said that I had what? A 6-pack of bratwurst behind my head. So I have one.
You got the Jimmy Dean.
I have one right here. This is good. A 6-pack? That was just poor, lazy comedy. A 6-pack would be...
It's exaggerative comedy. I think I appreciate it a little bit. You know?
Of course you would.
Not directed... Okay.
Nah, of course you would.
All right.
Yeah, you wish you would have said a jelly bean factory back there, I bet. Fully Lacking, baby. Peace.